We are considering this question of longest substring without repeating characters. So it's a very simple question. We have a string and we have to find out a substring out of it which doesn't have the same character being repeated more than once. Okay, so for example we have ABC, ABC, BB. So in here we need to get the string with the longest substring without repeating characters. So here the length is 3. So for example we can see A, B, C, and then A comes again, so it starts to repeat. So A, B, C can be maximum length substring. Similarly B, C, A, and B again, so B, C, A can also be the longest substring here. Yeah, so and the length of that will be 3, so we need to get the maximum length of it. Okay, so let's see how we can approach this question. Right, so we have the longest substring without repeating characters. So let's say for example this is our this is an example string and we need to find out the longest substring without repeating characters. Okay, so how we can approach this? If you look at it in a very simple way, what you can do is create all the possible substrings and then check which of them is the longest without any repeating characters, right? So that would be like a brute force solution. All substrings and then the condition check. Okay, so that will be order of n square, and this is order of n. Okay, so this will be like O(n) cube solution, but I think we can definitely do better than this. So let's see what else we can do here. So a substring, if you look at the substring, it is essentially like a range, like a window of strings or a window of characters, right? So this here is a substring, this here is a substring, this could be a substring. So all of these are basically range of characters, right? So what we need here is we need to have this window or have this substring going on, and for each of them we need to ensure that the same character is not repeated more than once. Okay, so how we can go about with this? So how can we represent like a range of numbers, right? So one way to do this is by two pointer method, right? So let's say two pointers, one here, one here. This shows like the range of characters we are considering. Okay, so this is how to represent. And second, what we need to do is the condition. We need to ensure that no repeating characters. And third is how to move pointers, right? So we need to ensure these things are done well, and if we sort of do these things we can figure out the answer, right? So yeah, let's say we start off here. Like, it's up to you. You want to start off from the left or you want to start from the right, but I'm more used to going from left to right. So I'm putting my pointers here. So we have a left pointer, we have a right pointer, and we can keep moving the right pointer in this direction as long as like we do not have as long as the condition that is no repeating characters is met, right? So let's see, I can keep moving right pointer here, here, and up to here. So here we find out that the same character has been repeated. Okay, So what we can do here, right? So the way we are treating our pointers is basically whatever string or whatever range of characters we are generating here, that can be part of the answer. Okay, so we are moving the pointers in such a way that they are in the valid range and it can form the answer. Okay, so what our answer is basically f of left and right? So say that a substring without repeat, right? So that is a function of left pointer and the right pointer. Okay, so with these two variables we can identify and represent any substring without repeating characters. So now when we, let's say, reach this condition of a b, left pointer being here, right pointer being here, what we can do, what can we do? Should we move the left pointer, should we move the right pointer, right? So let's say if this is around, this is giving us the solution, and what we need to do is, for all of these we need to find out the longest, right? So if we, in this case, if we keep our left pointer fixed, how far can I possibly go creating a substring which without repeating characters, right? So if I keep moving in this direction, I mean, if I'm finding another a, I cannot move beyond that, right? So that is the maximum possible answer. Here is the maximum possible answer I can possibly get with my left pointer fixed. Okay, so once I have exhausted all the possible conditions with one variable, I should move that, right? So it makes sense to move left pointer forward because we have exhausted all the possibilities, or we have found out the best possible answer with the left pointer being at the 0th index. Okay, so let's say we have these indices. So now when we are at this index number 1, then what we want, again do the same thing, that considering this as our sort of the pivot position, what is the best possible answer I can find out with this. So for that, again we'll keep moving the right pointer forward, and once we reach here, like, this is the maximum limit I could have possibly gone with. I could have possibly gone with B being my pivot, or B being or the index 1 being the left index, leftmost index, and this index 4 being the rightmost index, right? I cannot go beyond this because again after that it will start repeating. Okay, that's the logic I'm going to use here. Okay, so let's see, we take another example, simple one. So let's say we have A, B, C, E, P, Q, R, E, S, something like this. So again, with any given index, how far can you possibly go without repeating, right? So we see that as we start moving in this direction, we have an E here, we have E here. So as I'm moving in this direction, I can move up to here. I cannot have I cannot move any further from here because it will have a repeating character. Okay, so what I need to do, let's say my right pointer is here, my left pointer is here. So what I need to do is move my left pointer so that the condition becomes valid again. So my left pointer will be moved here and the condition is again valid, but we have only one sorry, we have only one E in this range. Okay, so that's that. So we are ensuring that this condition is met. We have found out how to move this. We have not figured out how to represent this, like how do we ensure that there's no repeating characters. We know how to move the pointers though. Okay, so how we can represent that there's no repeating character? What can we do for this? So while we are moving from left to right, we can keep a track of whatever characters we have, and if that character comes again, we eliminate it. Okay, or we move the left pointer so that the repeating condition is not met. Okay, so a simple way, there can be multiple ways to do this. One way is we can keep a map to say map of character and index. We can keep a map of character frequency. Use these to ensure that that you have a character, you know the index. If it is coming again, the index should be like the rightmost index now. So you have to move your left pointer beyond this index, right? So let's say we had A, B. For this given case, we had A, B, C, E, and then you had P, Q, R, and you're getting E again. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you have E again. So whatever the 7th index. Now what you are seeing is I already have an E and it is at index this. So now in order to have just one E, my left pointer, which was here, it has to move up here in order to get rid of the repeating E. So it has to move beyond. Whenever I find this E, I need to see, okay, if it's existing, whatever index it is, my left pointer should move beyond that. You can do that. You can use a frequency that that the character existed once. Now the frequency, if it is becoming 2, is occurring twice, you need to move the left pointer forward until the point when the frequency again becomes 1. There could be other ways to do this as well, but these are a couple of representations. So I'll quickly show you the way I have implemented it. I used the frequency method. You can use the so yeah, I have this very simple code here. I have 2 pointers, left pointer, right pointer. I have made a map of characters and frequency. Okay, and what I'm doing is in the string I'm moving my right pointer, and whenever the frequency is more than 1, I'm doing a D++. D++ is basically giving me the difference from the ideal situation, right? So if there is a difference from the ideal situation, which is there is a repeating character, I need to move my left pointer forward. Okay, so yeah, so if there is a frequency more than 1, I'm doing D++. If there is a situation where D is more than 0, that is there is a discrepancy, I'm moving my left pointer, and before moving the left pointer I'm reducing the frequency of that particular index or that particular character. And if that frequency becomes 1, that is the frequency earlier was 2 and now it has become 1, that is the discrepancy has been removed. I am doing a D minus minus, and then whenever the D is 0 again, I'm just getting the length of left minus right plus 1, so that is giving me the length of the substring, right? So if I am at a valid string or a valid substring position, let's say for example here we are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from here to here it is a valid substring 0 to 6. So what is the length of this? It is basically right minus left plus 1. Okay, so that's what I've done. And yeah, and then we just get the max of all of them. Yeah, we're good to go. So you can implement it your own way, but yeah, the logic is pretty much this. So that's all for this question. Okay, thank you.